nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by Codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by Codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the Codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the Codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The Codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Metal Gear Solid, one of, if not the, flagship stealth game of the 1990s, and also established Hideo Kojima as a household, at least gaming household name. Now, this is a stealth game, which means the basic idea and concept is to stay away from the or not get caught by the enemies, not confront anyone. And I'm sure you all know that now. Ever since this game came out, stealth has become a very, very common genre, like Splinter Cell, the Thief series, elements in like Assassin's Creed and Batman: Arkham Asylum. So yeah, I'm sure everyone knows, well, anyone who watches this is probably familiar with the idea of a stealth game. Even if you're not, it's pretty simple. So basically the idea here is we are waiting for the elevator to come down at the back, which pretty much means we're waiting for the credits to end. And as such, we don't actually need to walk around this area with the guards. We don't need to examine anything or anything like that. We can pretty much just stay under here, which also means the guards won't be able to see us and just wait for the credits to end. So, how was your guys' day? I'm gonna be all Ray William Johnson and include a comment question of the day. How was your day today, whenever you're watching this? This is already amazing commentary, I know. The start of this game is full of a lot of cutscenes. A lot of cutscenes, a lot of teaching you about the game, which I'll ignore. But yeah, there's a lot of story to get through, a lot of preliminary stuff, which, you know, I'll let you skip through. It'll become, and later on in the game, it does become a lot more spread out. And I'll also give you a little advisory note. This game, oh, here comes the elevator. This game actually has an amazing storyline, at least in my opinion. And so if you sit through the whole thing, watch the cutscenes, listen to everyone, it's actually pretty engaging. But I fully understand if you don't have the patience to do so. And I'm crawling over this puddle because if I walk over it normally, then people will hear me. Now I'm kind of stuck here because there are two guards there, but I'm going to do my stealthiest and run around this way like a boss. Now these guards do have disturbingly low perception. They actually can't see, despite they'll be described as highly advanced shortly, and they actually have pretty shocking focal distances when you really get down to it.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel.
What's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Meling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip-searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Okay, so if it's not already immediately obvious, this game, as I said, is full of cutscenes, a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue. And I completely understand if you want to skip them. If I can, I'll put up annotations to let you skip to the next gameplay section. Anyway, if you did skip it or you couldn't be bothered to listen to it, what we have to do is to get inside this building somehow. There are two ways of doing that. There's one behind this guy who's asleep, and then there's one up there. Oh god, that's embarrassing. All right, one there. They're both, ventilation ducts. We're going to be taking the top one because the bottom one. This is really bad handling, I'm sorry. The bottom one, it's actually harder than it seems to get past a guy who's asleep, especially because there's a security camera there. The one at the top, I think that it might have been intentional that not as much deal was made about the one at the top. Snake just kind of shrugged it off as I can't see it from here. I think that was kind of intentional to make it more desirable to go on the bottom one, even though it's harder. There's only one guy guarding the top one, and he moves around a lot, so we're going to be taking the top one. You can see that that Snake kind of leaves footprints in the ground. Kind of notoriously, the guards will actually, if they find your footprints, they'll go, "Whose footprints are these?" and then they'll follow you around, or those footprints at least. So every time I play through this, I try to make these really confusing patterns, like these circles, and then crawl away so that I don't make any footprints, and just see if they follow them around in circles. I won't waste your time on that this time. I just gave a demo, but I won't waste your time just watching it. Maybe if I can actually, successfully get one of the guards to do something really embarrassing, maybe I'll upload a separate video of that. There is a security camera here. It isn't in quite as close quarters as the other one, so it is easier. And this one is a lot easier to get past anyway, I'm pretty sure. Oh god. Oh god, that's really embarrassing. Okay. So yeah, I've been caught. Now we're just gonna run past these guys because we can. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's also embarrassing. I should know better than that. The nice convenient thing about this is that when you go into the vent, they don't actually follow you, and you're clear as soon as you get in the vent.